VETUS supplies a wide range of hydraulic steering components for boats. We have systems for inboard engines, outboard engines and Z-drives, and also hydro pumps for autopilots. To connect all of those components, you have to use hydraulic hose, and in this video we will show you how to cut the hose to length and how to apply the fittings. The most common hose is the H-hose 60XX, where XX stands for the length of the hose in meters. It has an internal diameter of 6 mm and an outer diameter of 10 mm. To prevent the hose from collapsing under the pressure of fittings, you have to use a support sleeve, and for the H-hose 60 it's a sleeve with a couple of small ridges. We also supply those as a set, the HS145S. For very small boats, sometimes the HS04N hose is used. It also has an internal diameter of 6 mm, but with this hose you have to use the smooth support sleeve, the HS1011S. For larger applications, a 12 mm hose is used with an internal diameter of 8 mm. Cut the hose to length, lubricate the end of the hose, and also lubricate the inside of the fitting. Insert the hose in the largest opening and check how far you have to enter the hose. It doesn't have to be screwed in all the way, you can leave a small gap. Press firmly and slowly rotate the fitting onto the hose. If you look on the inside, you can see how far the hose needs to be inserted. Leave a gap of about 2 mm. Once the hose is fully inserted, lubricate the inner fitting, insert, tighten it till it's finger tight, and then slowly rotate the fittings till it's fully snug. Rotate slowly, you can generate a lot of heat and the heat can damage the nylon core. So slowly rotate, give it a bit of time to cool down, and screw the fitting all the way down till it's fully home. So still a little bit to go, but take your time and screw the fitting all the way home. To cut hose to length, the best tool to use is a dedicated pipe cutter. Put it square to the hose and start cutting. Always check the end of the hose for loose fibers. You can also use a very sharp knife. Square to the hose, start cutting, and the best way to cut is to move the hose and to keep the knife stationary. Always check for any loose fibers. To mount cylinders and pumps, you have to use a support sleeve. And again, for the H-hose 60, use the support sleeve with ridges. Insert it fully into the hose. Remove the dust cap. And make sure that you insert the hose fully. And it should be at least the height of the nut that you insert the hose. So check the dimension, insert it fully till it bottoms out. Now turn the nut till it's finger tight. And if it's a spanner 17, you have to rotate fully for 3 turns. If it's a 19 mm nut, 2 turns are enough. It does help to mark the nut so you can easily check how many revolutions you've given it. So 2 turns for the 19 mm spanner and 3 turns for the 17. I hope that this video was useful for you. If you have any remaining questions, feel free to ask your VETUS representative, and also be aware that all of the manuals are also available on vetus.com. Thank you for your time and attention.